Well, good morning, everybody. It's Monday morning, start of another week. As you can see, the Coast Guard cutter Mackinac, which is out servicing the buoys at buoys 1 and 2, um, just outside of the lane coming down to the bridge. And they're going to be servicing the buoys all the way across. I think they're replacing the winter buoys with summer buoys. Summer buoys all have lights on them. The winter buoys are just um, just regular stand-up buoys. The summer buoys are lighted. Every one of them has lights. Because when it went by upbound, I saw all of those buoys were on the deck, because they have a great big below them. Must be for batteries and all kinds of things. Okay, electronics. Good morning, Sunstar. Good morning. Yeah, so it's Monday morning. It's sunny here right now. Chilly. It was 33 degrees overnight. So I think we're going to be a chilly situation for sure. And we'll see who wakes up first and who shows up. I don't want to take for granted any of you folks, because I know everybody's got things they're doing. I know that Justin is busy with his wife stayed another night in the hospital. She's having some tests run today on her thyroid. So I know he had to get up this morning and get the kids ready for school and get them breakfast and everything else. So that kept him busy. Well, it's now 9:02 a.m. on the East Coast of US. You can see this is the on deck crane is swung up in the air for picking buoys up and swinging them out into location. Because they have I don't know whether each time they pull the buoy out, I don't think they do. I think they has a chain underneath. And so they have to disconnect the chain to the marker location. But I don't know how that's, if it's a great big piece of cement or what. But anyway, it's quite a process. It takes a little while. It takes about 30-35 minutes for each buoy without having any problems. We do have a couple of ships. One, the Saginaw, is downbound. It's up about a half hour or so north of where they're at. And another one about a half hour, 35 minutes below them, which is upbound. So the two ships are going to go through. But I would imagine they'll slow down and wait for the Mackinac to finish what it's doing there at buoys 1 and 2. Buoys 1 and 2 is where it has a channel going out to the lake. And they, once they get to buoys 1 and 2, they curve and then go down the St. Clair River. I think they're gonna pan down.
outbound, I have Captain Henry Jackman. To 11040, that's all the Saginaw.
Yeah, here comes the ship upbound. It's 1,000 footer. So it's a good sized ship. And that's the Walter J. McCarthy.
Walter J. McCarthy, turn Chuckler.
They're up to the Black River, 18 minutes.
Roger, there is no downbound traffic. I do have U.S. Coast Guard Cutter Mackinac conducting a navigation work on Route 1.
Okay, copy that, thank you.
Hey Nunya, how you doing? I'm doing good. I hope all's well with you, and I hope Sunstar, everything's good with you. Chilly morning this morning here. Nunya, you probably got the same situation. We got down to like 33 degrees overnight. It's warmed up now with the sunshine. Boy, it was a spectacular sunrise this morning. My gosh. Unbelievable. Very colorful. A little bit of haze in the air, as you can see. Not quite as clear as what you'd like to think it should be. But if you're looking at the fishermen down here, they're pretty clear, but that's about 2 miles south of where they're at. And it's gonna make a slow turn to come up the river. And then that's over the Canadian side, those fishermen. So it'll come around, swing around and come up this side of them, upbound. Frank, how you doing? Probably heading out to work. Ananya's loud and proud. All right, good man. Nunya, Paul Hodges has been real busy. You know, he's got a new love in his life, and he's decided to take a break, kind of like Tim Jackson has. Well, not that they're related in exactly, but they both have announced that they're taking a break. Every once in a while, Paul does pop in, But his real estate sign business and real estate photography business, I guess, is going good. And then he's got, the new gal and her family, and so it keeps him busy. I think one of these days I'm gonna have to get out and fly the Inspire that I bought. I flew it twice now, once out and around the back and the other time out and around the back of the schoolyard. And it flew just fine. It came with 6 batteries. The batteries are like 100 to 100, 200 miles, depending upon quality of the battery. I'm waiting on my heating and air conditioning company to call that later this afternoon. They're gonna call me, I think between 2 and 4, let me know about coming out and servicing my heat, because last Thursday, sometime the heating went out. And I didn't call it in right away. I just thought it was just the weather. So then when I called it in Saturday, I got a technician that talked to me and says that, well, it's not covered under your contract. There's going to be charges for holidays and weekends. And I says, well, how much can that be? And he says like $750 an hour. And I said, nah, that's okay. We'll wait till Monday. So I've been using little portable heaters, and I gave 2 portable electric heaters to them upstairs to get them by. Yeah, that's pretty much what I do now. Is I don't pan, I tilt with the Air 2S when I do the ships, but I know that the Inspire One, you hit the button, you got it set, and you can pan the camera, which I don't do because it throws off my orientation.
What inside that truck go?
Yeah, nobody likes the cold, that's for sure.
Buses downbound for buoys 11 and 12. Versus Saginaw 1015. And then the Captain Henry Jackman 1049. There is also a check down at Rico.
Yeah, that ship there definitely could use a paint job. Been scraped off and rusty on the sides. And when I was a kid, it was nothing to see a freighter going through and crewmates hanging off the side on like I had a platform across there, and they were sitting on it and painting the sides of the ships and those kinds of things. But I think that now that everybody's got a bug up their butt about air quality and quality of the water and everything else, that the kinds of paint that they use there, they don't want them dripping any of that in the water. So, and I get it, but sometimes I think they overdo it. So Nanya, what's going on with you? I know you had did your mother have some health issues or you did, or? My memory just isn't quite what it used to be, Nanya, but it, I can't recall what it was, but I know that there were some health issues there related to you. Yeah, it's quite an ordeal for them to dry dock one of those 1,000-footers, 1,000-plus-footer. You got to have supports in there, and there's a couple of videos of these big guys being dry docked. That's quite a monster, though. That right there at the pilot house, where the top of the pilot house, where they actually steer the ship, is about 4.5 stories off the water. Hey, good morning, Lance. Lance is out and about.
And I'm gonna see if I can gap some stuff. How's everybody?
Good, Lance. How are you doing?
Can you hear me okay?
Yep. Can you hear us?
Yep, I can hear you guys. Let's see. See him here in the parking lot. Yeah.
What did you think about your Avata 2?
Geez, I love it, Paul. It's amazing.
That's kind of what Joe was talking about. You know, he kind of poo-pooed. He wasn't sure he was going to buy it, and he bought it. And now he's really glad he did.
Oh yeah, that's what he was saying. And he did a 180 that was really cool. I want to ask him about it. So if he comes in today, I'll have to ask. See how he did it, because a 180. What happens is you you turn the drone around. Of course, it's moving and it goes 180, and then it comes to a stop, and then you do whatever you're going to do after that. Well, he did a 180 and it turned it around and then immediately came back toward where he came from. And I haven't been able to figure out how to do that. So I'm going to ask him. Oh, there's one of the teachers right there. Okay. A little cold out here. Sun's coming up though. It's going to start raining, I guess, later this evening for a day, and then get nice again. Any luck on your selling your drone?
No. I get a lot of lookers and no buyers.
Yeah.
You know, you got to have a specific need for that size of a drone.
Yeah.
And there's two reasons. One is you got a use for it. The second one is nostalgic, because it's one of the first big commercial drones, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And with the new drones now, I mean, it takes you, sorry about the wind, it takes you about a minute to get it up in the air. And
Yeah.
with that drone, it takes you 15 minutes to get it in the air.
Well, I never suffered from too much time to get it in the air because what I did is I just left the camera attached. I just grabbed it by its top, set it in the back of my Tahoe.
Yeah.
So I just took it out, turned it on, turned on the controller, and off we went, you know?
Okay.
But if you're gonna put it in its case and tote it around, yes. Because then you gotta get the camera. You gotta attach the camera.
Gotcha. Hey guys, how are you doing? I'm talking to my teacher friends over there. Okay. Get everything set up here.
Getting ready to fly. Yep. I
Getting
hear
ready
it.
to- Yep.
I
you
hear
hear
the
me?
I hear the good morning tones.
Yep. The goggles are on. Controller is on. Okay, guys, I'm gonna fly it right through those gaps over there. Let's see what we have here. Zip my jacket up. It's cold out here. Okay.
Yeah, it looks nice. It looks nice and bright, but I'll bet it's chilly, right?
Yeah, it's cold.
Because it's bright here too, Lance, but it's
Yeah.
only 38 degrees.
Oh, yeah. It feels 38 right here, boy. Okay.
Cory Mono, good morning.
Take one lap around the track here. Going 7 feet up, going 17 miles an hour in normal mode. Hearing the seagulls, they're not liking me. Yeah, I'll let you guys fly here in a second. Let me get her all warmed up. I might have to burn a battery here.
Hey Eddie, how you doing? Eddie's popping in. Good for you, Eddie. Get your audio working and you're good to go. Okay, Ed. Hey Ed, can you kind of I made you co-host. Kind of keep an eye on things because I got a delivery. I'll be right back.
Yes, I will. Got you,
Okay.
Paul.
Morning, Eddie. How are you doing?
How you guys doing?
I'm good. Flying my Avata 2. Checking
Yeah.
out the inlet.
I can do. Got you, buddy. Eh, you know. I mean, that looks like oh, that's the the school field, right?
Yes, that's my that's the school I teach at, and I'm
Okay.
meeting a couple of my. I've got two of my teacher buddies. They wanted to try to fly the Avata, so I'm going to let them. But I'm whizzing around some trees right now, so
Okay.
I'll let them take the controls here pretty quick.
All right.
Are you picking up my fan in the background?
I don't hear it, no.
Okay, good. Much love, chat. What up, Frank? Corey? What's up, yo? I had to stop in for at least a minute because I haven't in a few, and Justin gave me this camera. Hopefully, it's looking okay.
I remember him giving that to you, and it seems to be, I think it's not working real well because you don't look real good.
Yeah. Well,
I thought I'd tease you. Good morning, Eddie.
hey, my ex-wife will tell you the same thing. Okay, is what it is.
So how's life? Are you you got the
uh,
Avata?
everything's going pretty good. Right now, I would really like to have Real Flight, the new Real Flight
Yeah.
video game. But other than that, everything's going great. I want to fly. I just got a new plane. Let me go grab it. I'll show you.
Okay. Well, I've got my goggles on, so I'm not gonna be able to see, but you show everyone else.
It's a Duet 2. It's a beginner plane, but it's the first RC plane I've bought that's a plane. So I don't know if y'all can see it. Can you see it?
Okay, so I'm going low here, and I'm gonna do a 180. So let's try this.
It's made out of styrofoam, so like
180.
I don't want it to be in the windy and the rain.
So I don't know how
How's it gonna break?
quicker than that, but he is a pretty quick. Here. I guess he
I
just
can
let
barely
off.
see it. Try again. I can barely see it. Let me try again.
Warning, fly with caution. I'm low. I'm not gonna run into the
Uh, do you know what model Paul is selling? I might be interested.
It's the one.
He said it's a big one, a big
It's
drone.
the it's the starts with an A. What's it or I? What's it called? And it's got the three, the camera three on it. What's that called?
Okay.
The iris. Is it the iris?
Yeah, I might be interested.
Yeah.
It's got a 4K cam on it.
I don't know if it does or not. You're gonna have to ask him. It's got there's the 3x, the 5x. He has, I believe, the original 3x, which
Okay.
isn't the top of the cameras, but
W Drones, what's up? TJ, what up, TJ? Yeah, ICP. Yeah, I'm from Detroit. It's expected. Okay. Is what it is. You haven't called me in a minute, TJ. Hope you're okay. I hope everything's going good with you, and you're well, brother. I don't check in very often. I have to do it a little bit, just to let you all know I'm still alive. If you haven't checked out my channel, I'll drop a link. I'm pretty sure Paul's okay with dropping links. I'll drop a link to my channel. We play games. We're gonna be on 8 p.m. Eastern Standard today. If y'all want to watch, we'll take all the subs we can get. Doesn't cost you a thing. Just check it out. Okay, give me a second because I gotta find the link. Copy. Inspire One. Okay. That's DJI, right? Inspire.
Yeah, Inspire. That's it.
There you go. There's the link.
Okay, so to get that 180 to work right away, reverse got to go, and do a reverse, and then let it off just a little bit.
What up, Cool Cat? AZ. What's up?
It's kind of cold, so I'm gonna go in. But the
Don't worry, he'll be right back.
What's
You see-
I'm not messing around today. Or any day. I'm interviewing.
I've got crosshairs on it. I
What's up, Ed?
What up?
I saw you on the on that Married with Children thing.
Yeah?
Yeah, I said, Married with Children fan, eh?
I mean, who does? If you don't love that show, something's broken about you. Okay?
Yeah, that show's hilarious. You know, it's crazy how like he's like aged because he does Modern Family now.
There are a lot of people on that show that didn't get the credit they deserve. Katie Seagal, Christina Applegate. Christina Applegate has had a rough life, chat. I don't know if you know this. She's sick right now.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, she's got like MS or something.
Oh, wow.
I forget what it is actually.
What's up, David AZ? Cool Cat. Dustin, what's going on?
What's going on in your life, TJ?
Not too much. Just trying to find other work, I guess, but I guess I'm not trying hard enough.
I mean, you've been trying this for a while, so.
Okay, guys, so we can try to fly it here. So I'll go ahead and cut off the
I worked
stream.
like 12 hours yesterday.
Okay.
Hey, guys, I'll be back.
All right.
Lance is flying his new Avata 2. Are you going to get the new Avata 2?
I mean, I might be in the market for Paul's number one, apparently.
Oh, there you
He's
go.
selling it. He's selling it, I guess.
Oh, I didn't know I didn't know Paul had the first Avata.
Yeah, I think he's selling it.
Huh.
Walks with a cane now. Yes, she does. That's right, AZ.
When did he get the first first Avata?
I'm not sure, but he's selling it.
Huh. I never knew that.
No
I know
one
he's
wants
been
to buy
flying. I know he's got he's replaced maybe like 2 Air 2S's because he
Yeah,
lost
nobody
both
wants
of
to
them.
buy it, apparently.
Oh.
Yeah, she was. You're right. That's what's up, Cool Cat. He knows. He has the Inspire 1. Okay.
What's up, Justin?
Oh, what's up?
What up?
How's Sarah doing?
I'm just waiting for the fucking hospital to get this last test done. They ordered it yesterday, early yesterday afternoon, and they still haven't done it. So
Sending some love to you, brother.
Well, hope everything turns out okay.
We all live in this universe together, and we got to stick together, chat.
That's
It is
right.
what it is. It is what it is.
I didn't sleep very well last night. I'm just fucking frustrated at the moment. So
I bet.
Yeah, dude, I have a hard time sleeping at night too. I got up at like I don't know, 4 something, 3, 4 something this morning.
It's hard to go to bed when your mind is all screwy. Is what
Yeah.
And then I had to get up at 5 o'clock this morning to get the kids up for school.
Mhm.
I was fucking tired.
Mhm.
What time does school start? I can,
And them babies don't sleep for don't wait for nobody to take them to school. You got to get up.
yeah. What, does school start like at like 7 or something?
And you got to be up at like 6 just to get them going. So
No,
Yeah.
the
It's
kids
okay,
gotta
Bobo.
the kids gotta leave at the 2 oldest. They have to leave by 6:15 out the door.
You can use my likeness anytime you like, Mudball.
And my youngest, she has to leave at 7:15.
I won't charge you a single thing.
What's up, Don?
So yeah, they got to get up pretty damn early.
Mm-hmm.
But they're switching school hours next year. I think they all go to like 8 or something. They're trying to make it a little later so it's not so early.
You know what that means? They're just going to be there later. That's all it's going to mean. They still got to do the same time.
Right,
Which
but
means-
yeah, but they're only going to get home at like 3:30 instead of 2, so
Okay.
that's
Well,
not
that's
too
so
late.
bad. Yeah, that's not so bad.
I just think what they're trying to do is so the kids don't have to get up so early in the morning.
Hey, I'm from I live in the farmland now. Kids wake up and help the family at like 5 a.m. So okay, I guess.
Is that even still a thing?
It is.
Fucking
Actually,
Mo's, some farms are all self-automated. You don't do shit anymore.
well, I wouldn't say self-automated, more like human-controlled self-automated. You still got to be there.
Fools for fools, look at me!
Wee! Wee!
Do what now?
I said, fools for fools, look at me!
Where'd
Was
Murray
that
go?
was that a what's his name? Bill. A Bill
No, it was
reference?
actually, it was from what the heck is that movie with Adam Sandler? Where is his great grandfather died or whatever and left him all that money or whatever, and then he meets that girl.
Mr. Deeds.
Yeah, Mr. Deeds, that's it.
Deeds.
They're riding the
I don't know if
boat.
that's the actual name, but that.
Yeah, it's Mr. Deeds. It's where his lost long uncle that he doesn't know about turns out to be a billionaire and
Mm-hmm.
leaves him a fortune.
Mm-hmm. Can you believe Deeds bought us all these?
Yeah. Can you believe Deeds bought us all
Damn,
these?
these things are fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when he keeps sliding down the fucking railing of the stairwell.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He has that big like fucking grand entrance when you come into the mansion
My
or
back
whatever.
hurts, my back hurts, my back hurts.
That guy has made a lot of really good movies.
Yeah.
I definitely, but after Grown Ups, though, he's kind of fallen off a little bit.
Yeah,
Because he's been making fucking junk music
he's
movies
getting
for
kind of
Netflix.
old too now, so like we're falling off the cliff a little bit.
Well, it's not that. It's just a lot of these movie stars are taking these deals from like
Yeah.
Amazon and Netflix,
Yeah.
and they're just giving them like they'll be like, all right, we're gonna pay you so much to make 10 shitty movies for us,
Right.
and they give
Yeah,
them
'cause
10
you did- I
crappy
think-
ass scripts, and then they fucking
Mhm.
movie scripts.
That last
Yeah.
one I saw was Sandy Wexler, where he was like a, I don't know, some like.
His worst movie was Jack and Jill. That one movie was
Oh yeah,
horrible.
Jack and Jill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Most
that
people
was
would say Don't Mess with the Zohan, but I loved that movie. I thought that
Oh,
No,
movie,
yeah,
that
was
movie
pretty
was
good. That was
no,
pretty
that
good.
movie
That
was
a good
very
movie.
funny.
that movie was
Yeah.
great, man.
But no, Jack and Jill was probably his worst movie.
I'll have to
that
check
I
it
could
out because
think
I
of.
don't think I've seen that one.
That's the one where he's like literally playing like his sister. So he's playing two different parts.
Okay.
He's playing himself and then his sister, and it's just it's really bad. He totally bombed on that movie.
Oh yeah, the Uncut Gems movie. That was alright.
That was more of a serious role though.
Yeah.
That was like
Does he
base.
do
I think that
serious
was
roles?
base. Yeah, that Uncut Gems movie was. I think that was based off of a true story, and it was
All right, I'll have
kind
to
of.
check that out.
It was a very serious role. It wasn't
This is what I got
just
right now.
normal
Chat.
role.
Free from the library. I don't know if y'all can see it.
Yeah, I think that was based off a true story. I think, if I remember correctly.
Oh, what's that other movie you got there? Huh?
don't know.
Can we get some more?
Right now.
We can get some more.
The story
I know what, I had an interview coming up and I want cereal for breakfast. I already had a bagel.
I have cereal.
Okay, now we're at it again.
It's about my father and the and Wonka. I'm
Wonka.
more interested in the About My Father than I am the Wonka.
How about the new Wonka movie?
Yeah, it's about
I haven't
how
watched
he
that.
became Wonka or something like this.
Yeah, I haven't watched it. Everybody said it's very like musical type movie.
Not really. About My Father with De Niro and Sebastian Maniscalco or whatever his name is.
I mean, I guess the
That one I'm
original.
looking more forward to that one.
I guess the original movie was kind of musical too, but
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
but
For
I
the
don't know.
rowers keep on rowing, and there's definitely not any signs that they are slowing. Mm-hmm.
But there was I've heard nothing but bad things about that movie. I haven't watched it, but I'll probably still watch it even though. But yeah,
Reagan Over Me was also a serious Sandler movie. Okay, it was good. Okay.
what was it?
Rain Over Me from Sandler.
Oh, that was the one with was it Jennifer Love Hewitt? No, Jennifer Aniston, I think.
I don't think I've seen that one either.
Trying to remember. I think I know that movie. And then there was it Punch Drunk Love or something? Maybe that was the one with Jennifer Aniston.
Dude, one of my favorites is was it 50 First Dates or whatever?
Oh yeah.
That movie's so good.
The funniest, one of the funniest parts is when she goes and beats the shit out of Rob Schneider with the baseball bat.
Yeah.
He's like, "You're a crazy bitch," as he's running away. She beats the living hell out of him with the baseball bat.
That movie's so good. The end makes me cry every time. It's such a good movie. Gets me all warm and fuzzy.
Yeah, that was kind of like a rom-com, like a romantic comedy type.
Mhm.
But it was funny. It was a good movie.
Yeah. Yeah, they're worried, I know. You can't replace good talent, okay? And if aliens do come here at some point, our movies and our art and our music cannot be replaced. It's going to be the only thing we have that's worth anything, in my opinion.
I don't know. They might look at it as crap. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, they had a lot of time to think about it, that's for sure.
I mean, wasn't what was that? Didn't they send a satellite out like 50 years ago that had a bunch of music
It's
and
called
science?
Voyager.
Yeah, didn't it have
Yep.
didn't it have some movies and
It has Chuck Berry on it.
some
It
music
has,
and
I forget what the Chuck Berry tune is. It
yeah, 'cause I think
has,
they recently
yes.
just lost contact with it like a year ago, didn't they?
It's been in and out. It's out of our solar system now. It's the only thing we've made that has made it out of our solar system.
It was
So, yeah.
well, there was two of them. I think there was a Voyager 1 and
Voyager
2.
1 and 2, yeah.
I think Voyager 2 is the one that made it that far.
Think you're right. I'd have to see. Yeah, V'ger. Yeah, he knows. He's just we got a Star Trek fan up in here. V'ger. Mm-hmm. They
Well,
didn't think it would be powered this long.
Well, the thing too, Cool Cat, is there's quite a few handful of movie stars that actually have sold their likeness to AI companies.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Willis was one of them because of his medical issues,
Mm-hmm.
which is going to be weird seeing Bruce Willis
Charlie
in a
and
movie
Chocolate
knowing.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like the only thing we've made that's gone this far. It's billions of miles away or something like this. I forget the actual number. It's way far out there.
What are you talking about now?
The Voyager satellite that we launched,
Oh.
way far out
Yeah.
there. It
Yo,
passed.
what's up, Jonathan?
It passed out of our solar system like 6 years ago, 2012 or something. I forget. I won the book on poetry competition at school, and it was pretty much the first real book I read. Okay. What up, JJ?
What's up, Jonathan?
Yeah, I was gonna go out and maybe fly this morning, but weather's looking a little crappy.
Okay, so Voyager 2 is 136.2 astronomical units
There we go.
AU from the Earth, which is either 20.4 billion kilometers or 12.7 billion miles.
There we go.
Yo, Warren!
Both Voyagers are now. What up?
And communications to the satellite will take on average of 18 hours and 52 minutes to reach back and forth from it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's going at the speed of light.
So I gotta ask Warren, what happened to this guy? What happened to you? I thought everybody was expecting you to be at the South Florida drone meetup, man, and you weren't nowhere to be found. What the heck happened?
Life happens. Okay. Don't
Yeah, I guess so.
don't even try to understand it. It's a thing.
Yeah.
I'd have been there with you guys if I could too, but I couldn't make it.
Yeah.
And it's currently traveling towards Ross 248, a star that will be 9.7 trillion miles,
That is crazy.
which is about 40,000 years of travel.
That is crazy. Like, even just to think about that. Now, these flat earth jerks, right? What's wrong with you? Okay. Like, we spend all this money to fake you, to fool you. And then the solar eclipse happened, and they were like, we set up a bunch of rockets to create a hologram. Oh dear God, here we go with this. All right.
Man, did you get those the glasses to look at the solar eclipse?
I used my dad's welding goggles, and they worked really good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and
Oh,
Voyager.
like the face mask thing that you wear when you're welding.
Yeah, we actually had a really good view from here in Michigan while it was going on, and there were no clouds in the sky.
Oh, heck yeah.
We
Yeah,
got to
I
see
was at
the whole thing.
I was at work one day and somebody had given me a pair of those glasses and I stepped outside to look at it. I was like, wow, this is awesome.
And it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It'll happen again in 2027, I think, but you have to be in another part of the world to see it.
Carl Sagan's Pale
In
Blue
the-
Dot, yeah.
The UK somewhere, I think. Last time I saw it, I was 17 in high school. It won't happen here in our area for 44 years. I'll be long dead by then.
Yeah, probably.
Geez,
We'll both be. We'll all be. Maybe I don't know.
I'm okay with it.
I'll be in my 80s then,
I'll be
Yeah.
all right.
if I'm still alive. Cool cat. She's doing all right. We're just waiting for them to do this fucking test so they can let her go home. Hopefully, so they're just dragging their feet.
Madrid, Spain, and
getting this
Green.
last test
Yeah,
done.
definitely. He definitely is for sure, Warren. A rascally rabbit.
Mudball said Madrid, Spain, and Greenland in 2026 or something.
Yeah, you can see if you really want to see an eclipse, you can travel around the world.
It happens every 8 years, I think, or something like this, but nobody really knows that. You have to be in a certain part of the world to see it.
Well, they always make a big deal about it when it happens in that part of the world, but if you want to, I mean, you can travel to go see it.
Mm-hmm.
We have one in Florida in I think that one was what, 2045?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll actually be right over where TJ's at. I
Okay.
think is where the totality will be at.
Yeah, I think you're right.
For the next, you're talking about the next eclipse.
Yeah, it will actually be. I think it actually comes over your areas where the totality is.
Cool Cat, you're absolutely correct. They didn't do it on purpose, though. They had to do it because it was broken, I think, or something. Something happened to it where they had to slingshot it. You're right. It's good to have you, chat, you smarty pants.
Well, that's how they normally do it. They slingshot it around. Like if they're doing that, usually they'll slingshot off the Earth.
I forget what happened. They were trying to take pictures or something, and they got too close, and they had to slingshot it off the planet somehow. You're right. Mm-hmm. You can't even talk any kind of sense into these flat earthers, all right? So don't even try because it can't happen. It's like every time you talk to that stupid person that you're trying to explain stuff to, and they think they're right because they're dumb. Yeah, you can't even do it. You can't. Yeah, we spent billions of dollars trying to get off the planet to fake it for you.
Well,
What are you even talking about? Okay.
Well, the thing is most people argue those type of conspiracies usually are not experts in those fields anyway.
They don't have a clue. Not even one.
They'll read something stupid somebody wrote somewhere and then they believe it.
The internet has messed up a lot of these things because someone will come on and
it's like the whole moon landing
is, and people believe it.
It's like the whole moon landing, right? If it was faked, the amount of people involved in that, somebody would have came forward by now and said, "Oh yeah, we definitely filmed it," or there would have been a group of people.
Pretty sure Neil deGrasse Tyson nailed it when he said it'd be cheaper to fake it. It would be cheaper.
Why was everybody saying that the moon landing was fake when it was actually real?
It's just a conspiracy.
Yeah, conspiracy.
Everything has conspiracy theories. The 9/11
Elvis
attacks.
is
People
alive,
think that was
right.
staged.
Elvis is still alive, right? That kind of thing. Stupidity.
Well, my whole argument for flat Earth is they claim that the governments around the world are hiding this from us. Okay, what's their end game? Why are they trying to hide it from us?
Right.
Like, what would be the point of that?
Now, you guys are drone flyers.
I don't know.
You can buy a model rocket that will take you to space with a camera and show you, in fact, that it is round. It will show you.
Yeah, but then once you shot your camera all the way up there, you'd never get it back.
No, it comes back.
I would say getting that high is a little bit more than your standard model rocket, though.
Yeah, well,
you'd have to really be
grade. Yeah, they're high
you would
grade.
have to be really into rockets to really build one like that.
$2,000 some dollars for one. It can be done.
Yeah, but you also have to get approval from the FAA to even fire off a rocket like that.
Drones too, so.
Because your standard rocket that you'll get from like like say Amazon or whatever, most of them will only go like between 500 to 2,000 feet, and then they come back
Mhm.
down.
Mm-hmm.
Like most of the rockets I used to have back when I was a kid, most of them would go about 12 to 1,500 feet,
Yeah. Ish.
and
You
that was
need
if you
about
were using a
2,500
big rock.
bucks and a permit to make it happen. It's there. If you want to do it, it's there.
Did Paul go fly a ship, or where did he go?
I don't know.
Uh,
He was gone when I got here, so I'm not sure.
he's
Oh.
AFK. He'll be back. Don't worry. He's okay.
Oh,
He had to go take care of some stuff. He'll be back in a minute.
I
Hmm.
might be trying to get that fucking tire on that
Mm,
rim.
Yeah.
He was working on that. Yes,
He said, but something like this.
he was working on his tire. I think off of his lawnmower yesterday, his zero turn. He was trying to get that tire on there, but he doesn't have enough strength to get it around the rim.
Hey, Paul, call me. I'll come over and do it.
Uh,
Got you, buddy.
Well, he was calling people yesterday, and everybody wasn't able to come help him. So I don't know if maybe he finally got somebody or what. But he was getting really annoyed with it yesterday, trying to get that tire on there.
Hey, you know what?
wait, he was trying to what was he? He was trying to get a tire on like a van or something, or like on one of
No,
his vehicles.
his zero turn lawnmower. He took the tire off, I think, to fix it, to put a new tube or something in it. And he couldn't
Oh,
get the tire back on the rim because it's one of those things like you really have to pry it onto the rim to get it on.
oh shit.
Some
You said
tires
it
are just really
better
hard
than
to
I
get
could,
on.
Cool Cat. That's exactly right. Exactly. Stupid is as stupid does in the short
Yeah.
amount of term.
My mama always told me that stupid is stupid does.
Run! Ever since then, I was running.
Paul, did you what were you working on, Paul?
I,
Did you get your tire on?
well, I was kind of working at that a little bit, but, because my tenant came down upstairs and the bolts didn't line up, so you had to take the air out and move the tube and,
But you got it on?
well, I got a couple of bolts in there, but I can't find any of my tools are all a mess, you know what I mean? So I can't,
was the tire flat on the thing, or?
yeah, I got a new tube
Well,
in it.
how did you get the tire off if you don't have the tools? Or you can't find it?
Well, no, I can't find the right socket to fit the damn whatever.
What
Okay.
did you just put it on a lift or something and just pull it off, or like how'd you get the
No,
tire off?
I laid it down and got it off.
Oh, you laid it down. Isn't that pretty heavy to like push over?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But Eddie says you got to be a man, right, Eddie? Got to be a man.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, you gotta have muscle. You gotta have the muscles, man. You gotta have the muscles.
So
The older we
Justin,
get,
how's
the
Sarah,
weaker we
Justin?
get.
Still waiting on that echo
Don't worry.
test, and I don't know why they ordered it yesterday, like almost
Right.
yesterday morning, and fucking still haven't done it yet. Hopefully they do it soon, so we
They
can get that.
don't even know what science is, Cool Cat. You're right. Absolutely. They don't even know what it is. Not even a clue. If you think the earth is flat, say goodbye to your cell phone, jerk. All right, because it doesn't exist without it, okay? Hello.
I was laughing. There's a channel on YouTube where they do debates with flat earthers. And dude, some of these scientists that came on there, dude, were just ripping these guys apart. It was fucking hilarious.
Sci-Fi Dan.
I don't remember. It was a long time ago when I watched it, about a year ago.
Sci-Fi Dan, check him out. He does it every Tuesday.
That might have been the channel, but they bring on these flat earthers and then debate them, and they don't hold back. I'll tell you that. Oh fuck.
Is what it is. Can't fix stupid,
Yeah.
apparently. Someone told me we should just jettison them all into space so they can see how round it is and get rid of them.
They probably still
Problem
wouldn't
is,
bel-
more will just happen. More will be born. Okay. There's no
No, the
answer.
problem is they wouldn't believe you. They think it was a
They
TV
wouldn't.
screen in the window. They still wouldn't
Exactly.
believe you.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Exactly.
they'd come up with some stupid ass argument. Oh, it's just a projector. It's projecting the round world on us.
Like I just said, the eclipse was a hologram. Okay. And what are you even talking about right now? Like what? Okay.
They'd come up with some stupid ass argument. Oh, it's just a projector projecting the round world.
Like I just said,
Oh, someone's got the tube going.
Mark.
Hi there.
Looks like he just got up.
Yes.
Hello.
welcome back to us, Mark.
Yeah, it's only 3:00 in the afternoon.
Would you have yourself a little nappy noopy?
No, I was watching Bill till 6:00 this morning.
Oh wow.
Mark, you're from the UK, right?
Yep.
He's on the other side of the flat Earth.
That's
What?
it. Yeah, and Dominic's in Australia. He's got to be really careful because their
Yeah.
side of the flat Earth is facing the wrong way.
You're gonna fall off. You're gonna fall off the
Yeah,
edge.
Dominic facing the wrong way.
You're gonna fall off the edge. Yeah, boy.
There was a really good book that I read quite a while back now called Flatland, where not only was the Earth flat, but everybody that lived on it was flat. And when you turned sideways, nobody could see you.
Yeah, boy. Thin like a piece of paper. Okay.
That's it.
I mean, everything in the universe, even atoms, are round. Everything we see in the observable universe is round. Hello?
Yeah, it was just fiction. It was just one of those science fiction books, taking it a step in a different direction.
What was the name of it? I'm gonna have to check that out.
Flatland.
Okay. I'll check it out. I gotta donate my time to the library today. I bet you they have a copy.
Possibly not. You know what they're like. The science fiction section is usually very limited. Normally to like Asimov,
maybe
Doc Smith.
our
Ray
library is pretty
Bradbury.
cool. They'll even ship you from any of the libraries that we have for free. If you,
Yeah, we can do that.
If you request, they will
They've
give it.
got
Hey
it.
Lance, how
Yeah.
you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
It's just a
Paul
while.
knows. Port Huron
Well,
Library.
I-
Paul knows.
Just,
Yeah,
just,
I normally don't answer.
Yeah, our libraries are all like that as well.
Yeah.
If they
Oh.
don't have,
you might,
and one of the other branches does, they will get it.
hang on a minute.
Hi guys, I'm coming to you from the middle of the sun.
Hello, Donald.
We see that. We see that.
No, Flatland was a fun book. It wasn't just about the flat land. It was also explorations of all the different dimensions.
I'm gonna have to check it out. What up,
And it
D?
was a mental study. And okay, so if that's how we would experience one less dimension, what would a third dimension creature or a fourth dimension creature think of us?
Okay.
Exactly.
They'd probably be ashamed, to be honest. We ain't doing a good job.
There was a Star Trek episode where there was a 4-dimensional creature.
The trouble with tribbles?
Yeah, but you're saying
No.
we're not doing a good job, but for all we know, the aliens could be dumber than us.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, it's so vast, there's probably both. You know what I mean? Probably both.
Well, yeah, the ones that have not visited us yet are obviously not got space travel either.
Now, no, I don't know if y'all know this, but microbes have been found everywhere on Earth, everywhere in the universe that we didn't think life could be.
Mhm.
Turns out we're looking for life. It's more prevalent than we even ever knew. It's everywhere. It's all around us.
Yeah, that's because it's just code, and if the Earth is flat because if you ever noticed on a computer, the circuit boards are flat.
Mhm.
That sounded like a good argument. I believe you now, Donald.
We're in a simulation. We're in a
on.
simulation.
Sign up.
The
Well, it's a damn good
law
one if that's a
according to
fact.
the law according to Terry Pratchett.
Yeah,
Oh, the sun went away.
yeah.
Ain't no sun here. It's just wall to wall clouds.
He's talking about my.
It's red.
It was like just beaming right in his room.
All right, I'm popping out. I just want to check in with you guys and hold the fort.
See?
All right, Ed, we'll see you.
We'll see you later,
Okay.
guys. Have a
See
good
you.
one.
See, Eddie secretly knows that it's a simulation, and that's why he ran away when I presented the facts.
Now, I've been looking at some of those photos from James Webb, man, and they're amazing.
That was Eddie.
Those can be
Why did I think it was Andrew? Why do they sound so similar?
Actually, I don't know. To me, they don't sound nothing alike.
I don't think so. I don't hear it. I thought when you lost your eyesight, your hearing was supposed to get better.
It does. I suppose Edward is a bit squeakier than Andrew,
Oh.
but he asks a lot of the same questions.
Well, I could step in for Andrew. Donald, what do you think about that?
Oh, you're stepping in for Andrew?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys ever hear of the flat Earth theory? That's always my favorite when you're talking about something for a half an hour and then he says, "Have you ever heard of it?"
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
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 Why?
But Andrew does keep a conversation going.
Yeah. I'm going.
Let's see here.
And when it stops, he starts again. Yeah.
Hey, Jonathan. I'm just now reading
Jonathan.
back in the chat.
Donald, are you flying
I don't know who the hell's in the chat.
Pro?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm flying a Mavic Mini 1. The
Okay.
first little Mavic Mini. I used to fly the Phantom until I got canned last year.
What happened with that?
I got fired.
So he
Or
needed the money.
downsized.
He needed the
Downsized.
money.
and they didn't let me keep the drone.
Oh, that's too bad.
It was a company drone, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I would hope so if he'd left it there.
You should have been like, "See, guys, I'm taking this drone with me."
They
Buy
wouldn't
another
even
one,
know.
rich mother-
No, he got all the bits.
To tell you
anyway.
the truth, there's 2 drones over there right now in that office. 2 Phantoms.
You should have taken one.
He's been scoping the office out.
No, I just know everything that's there.
Does anybody actually still fly?
Nobody's taken off over your office?
Nobody over there flies it, no. Because
Oh.
there's no Part 107s there.
No.
It was a production drone. They got rid of all their production here.
Man, I won this course at the South Florida Drone Meetup for like one course for the Pilot Institute.
If you're interested in your Part 107,
There's actually
the
a
course
couple
will
of
probably be good for you.
there's actually
Yeah.
a couple of guys on YouTube that do courses that are damn near on par with 107 Pilot Institute, and they don't even charge anything. There was a couple channels, man. They had they had all playlists, videos. They update them.
Mm.
Yeah, that's where I learned my Part 107 way back when, was watching videos on YouTube.
I watched a couple videos from actual pilots to learn the charts, but all the drone stuff, I just followed the FAA guidebook and just studied. And
Yep.
Yeah, I watched the Tony
that's
and
what I need to
Chelsea
do,
ones a
like-
few times,
but I've always tested really well.
but I
So-
mean, it didn't matter to me because
So if
what do
I'm
I need-
reading,
what do I need a Part 107 for?
if I know I'm reading for a test, I can retain information for a short term pretty good.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that's what my problem is. Like, it's hard for me to retain the information, but maybe I just need to
No.
That's why I think
keep watching videos over and over and over again.
that's why I think a course would be good for you,
Mm.
Yeah,
because you've mentioned that before.
yeah.
I ain't gonna lie though, I've had a thing to Pilot Institute, and it is tedious as shit. A lot of videos. Oh, yeah.
I must admit, it is weird because when I used to like study for an exam or anything, reading all the stuff that you had to learn to get through the exam was always absolutely hard for me. And remembering half of it was as well. Well, give me a science fiction book, let me read it once, and I couldn't touch it again for about 20 years because I remember every page of it.
Even books I've read and I know every page of it. I reread the Lord of the Rings
Yeah.
series, The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings series. I read those every single year from junior high school until I was in my mid-20s.
One of
That was
my
a winter ritual. I would bust out the books and
One of my teachers made a good point back when I was in high school. He said, anybody can retain anything. He goes, and then he would ask you a question about something you liked, and you'd start spouting off all the information about it. He said, see, if it's something you're interested in, you'll retain it.
mhm.
That's it.
Yeah, see, that's
Because,
the thing with me, man. Like, I could remember like the most, like when I was in high school, I could remember the most stupidest like TV commercial, or like remember the most simplest song. Like,
Mm.
but I couldn't remember important things like homework or whatever else I had to do.
Plop, plop, fizz, fizz.
It's just the way my
Yeah.
brain works.
Well, you know, TJ, don't beat yourself up. If you think you're going to have an issue with it, think about it before you do it, because
Well,
there-
you
there's
should
a
be
whole bunch of stuff on the 107 test that it has nothing to do with you flying a drone,
yeah,
Yeah.
such as wing loading, such as size of the aircraft and
Or
takeoff,
how to
landing,
enter a runway
and
correctly.
runway direction.
Entering a runway is useful if you are flying around an airport because it lets you know which direction air traffic will be circling,
We're from.
and it does let you get
It
a better idea of
talks-
how
it talks
traffic
about
flies around and.
about taxiing on, like, let's say runway.
Oh yeah, there's
L7.
certainly some stuff that is only airplane.
Yep.
Well, Daryl said he just enters the runway with the rest of the planes. Makes it easier.
Yeah, you just follow that 747 as it's going down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
See
you,
ya.
you probably might be able to do it, but don't put too much pressure on yourself. And
I
have
could
a
see
brain
an
break.
air
No,
two.
No,
You gotta
and
remember that-
really, it's that those weird type of questions that is why I think a study course would be good.
Yeah.
And you've got to remember that DJI's air brakes are way better than any aircraft.
I could just see an Air 2 hovering on a taxiway waiting to take off.
Yeah.
You know, and the other thing too, Don, I don't know if you, I don't think I've ever looked at an air chart except on a test. You know, It's like, what?
I look at sectionals all the time. Whenever any professional flight, I get paid to be a professional, so when I shoot, I check airspace. I
Well,
look
that's
at
the
I look
thing,
at the
that's the thing.
sectionals. Then
I fly the same airspace all the time. So
Right.
You know,
so I always, especially if I'm going to be driving somewhere, I will if I'm going to drive somewhere first, I can check the sectionals, then I go on a app like a Loft and check airspace there, It's a little easier to read for the generalities there. You check for NOTAMs.
Yep.
You check your weather. Then I go to Google Maps and I will do a street view to get kind of a look around if it's not anywhere near that I can go to. And
Look for trees and obstacles and stuff.
do a pre-check, and that's all part of the pre-check before I go.
Yep.
And that's why I charge for flying. I charge extra to fly the drone whenever I fly it on top of my regular shooting rate because there's things that are involved.
It could have been that Paul just got frustrated with the sectionals because it didn't show where the Tim Hortons were on the.
He is misspelling section.
On the sectionals, it doesn't mark Boston Creams available here.
Yeah.
Paul heard the word sectionals and misspelled it in his head and was disappointed.
And it BC airspace.
Well, and the other thing too about the whole sectional thing is you can only fly line of sight legally, right?
Yep.
So why did they ask you if you're going to chart going from this city to this city?
Yeah.
It's the heck. I'm not flying city to city.
You would be if you had
Did
a
you
reefer,
get
John.
did you get a city to city question? I've
Oh, yeah.
gotten questions where okay, you're going to be flying what was like 2 miles north of this town. What are some of the things you need to look out for? And like high
Way
tension wires
back
or
when I took the first 107, I had to go to a flight testing
me
center.
too. I first tested back in 2017.
I tested it.
Well, look, I think the first two answers to that question, Don, will be one, the sheriff, and two, Karen's.
So anyway, I had to go to a testing center, and they had the whole chart out there, and it says, if you plot from here to here, which is like a town away, what are the things that you should be looking for? I'm saying about a half a dozen spotters.
sheriff
That's what
and
I'd be
Karen.
looking for.
The sheriff, Karen's, and a truck
Nope.
stop with a toilet.
What would you do with half a dozen spotters?
Yeah, you'd have to, and they're supposed to be within line of sight of you, and you can't use a radio control to talk to them, or
They're not supposed
Not
to be in
just
line of
line-
sight. They're
not
They're
supposed to
supposed
be.
to be able to,
They're-
you're in earshot. They need to be
They're
in
supposed to be
earshot.
earshot.
Back at
No,
you.
stood next to you.
And a visual
see
observer
everything from
cannot be
your
used. A visual observer cannot be used to extend line
I
of
gotta
sight.
go. My heating and
Oh.
air people are here.
All right.
All right.
And the test has changed so much. Of course, Don, you and I know this. Then when we took it, questions
Well,
have changed, rules have changed, but we take that, we take the renewal test every 2 years. And,
Yeah.
And, they.
Yeah, I
update
took my
it.
first test at the center. I had to go and do the second test at the center. I think the third test I either took the third test right before they
Online
made it
because of
online,
COVID.
or they made it online right before I had to do my third. I think that was it.
Yeah, I had to go to an airport and do it, like one of these
Yeah.
podunk airports, and take my test.
I have a
Now-
phone. They'll make it
Now,
online.
Now I may be
New
different
York.
than you guys, but it's kind of like what Mark was saying. I took the opportunity of learning all that stuff about the airport and how they work and how airplanes go. That was interesting to me, and it was like, oh, I get to learn this kind of stuff and kind of, and so I was kind of interested in absorbing that knowledge. So for me, it wasn't like, oh, I have to learn about how airplanes are loaded. I approached it like, oh, I get to learn how this is done, and I get to learn how planes taxi. And so I was excited about learning something new. It was kind of fun.
Mine had a lot of weather theory and weather.
Mhm. Oh yeah,
Modems and METARs
yep.
were big. And I took mine in 19. And then when I was about to take it again in 21, that's when they changed it and said, hey, you only need to take the recurrent. It's free. It's online. You can't basically fail because, you
Yep.
can answer the question again if you miss any. And I missed two. I took it with two buddies of mine, and all three of us missed 2. We went and took it. We went and changed our answer on those 2 questions, and we missed it again. There's only 3 possible answers. We missed it
Yeah,
again.
so the third time you've got to get it right. Yeah.
You know, stupid
So-
questions.
so when
I don't
you-
know what the 2 questions
it-
were, but they were just stupid. And we're all
Isn't it like a
pretty-
like? Isn't it like
Yes,
a like
sir.
$185 to take the test or something like that?
Your
It was
initial test used to be
150.
150.
It was 150
It's
when we took it
150.
though, Don.
Yeah.
It's 175 from what I've heard.
Okay.
It might have gone up again. I don't know.
Okay.
But it was
But
150
that-
originally.
Yeah, that's for your initial testing, and you do have to go in for your initial testing. Then for your recurrence, they're free, and you can do it
Gotcha.
online.
Doesn't
So okay, so
the-
you go to take it, and then like if you fail it, do you have to pay like an extra amount of money if you fail it,
You
or
repay the whole thing again. I
No,
believe
you
that.
just got to retake it, and you got to repay for the testing. Yeah,
oh,
so that money goes
Doesn't-
bye bye.
doesn't that membership that TJ was given include the test fee?
I think it includes a
Pilot
sample test. It doesn't
Institute.
include the actual test, does it, TJ?
No.
I don't know, because I just have my recreational license, my truck.
But they have this guarantee that they guarantee you'll pass it.
Oh, okay, then yeah.
But it's
Mm.
not. They don't pay for your testing to go do it or nothing. They do. Give you
Well, if they
samples,
guarantee you
so
pass, then they're guaranteeing that
their
you're not
course
going to
is
waste
that
your
good.
money.
I
What,
took
so are
it
they
from
making are they making the test easier to take now, or?
No, I think it means that course that you've been gifted includes the price of the test.
Oh,
Jonathan
gotcha.
says
yeah.
no. They refund you if you fail it.
Oh, so this one right here.
Are you sure, Jonathan? I don't think that's. I don't know. That sounds like that wouldn't be right. I'm going to give
Do
you.
they
a-
refund you for the test, or they refund you for the course?
Which to you?
Yeah, I'm thinking the FAA is not going to refund anybody.
No.
No,
He's
pilot-
saying.
No,
he's
but
saying
okay, they
pilot.
reimburse is what
FAA.
he's saying. He's saying like they reimburse you.
Pilot Institute.
Yeah, but how many times is he going to take it before they say, "All right, dude, you're just an idiot"?
Probably once.
Yeah, it's just a one-time thing to help you out.
And that's so yeah, I could see Pilot Institute doing that, but the FAA,
No, FAA is not going to give you anything back.
you're
No.
screwed.
Mm.
But
Government agency not give you free money? What the hell's going on? Thought that was normal.
the guy with all the question marks on his suit says the government gives you money.
Oh yeah, you remember those fucking books? He'd be like, "You could get a grant for anything. You want to pay your bills? Get a grant."
I thought you meant the Joker.
The government's
no.
giving you money. No, the
No,
guy
no.
he had this
Riddler.
course or a book
Was it
that
the
had all
It was
these grants
no, it was the
listed.
Riddler, wasn't it? That had the question marks.
Basically,
Yeah.
what he would do is he would basically do a search and get all the grants. And this is back in the day before the internet when you could look them up yourself. But you'd buy his book, and it would just have a book, which was just a listing of all the federal grants and state by state grants.
And grants are not the easiest thing to file for. Those are a big pain
No,
in the ass.
in fact,
Mm.
that is a specialized skill.
Yep.
Doing grant writing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they hire grant writers.
My
specifically.
grandma used to do that back in the day, and it was not an easy thing.
Huh.
I got a new free boiler on
She's
a grant from the Energy Commission.
She used to do a lot of legal stuff back in the day. She did grant writing. She could write shorthand for you if you needed shorthand written, which just looked like a bunch of fucking
Squibbles, yeah.
squiggle marks.
Yeah, shorthand is a lot like what are those?
Arabic.
Stenography.
Stenography, yeah, in the courts.
Mm.
Yeah. They use that specialized keyboard so they can type faster.
Shorthand actually looks like Arabic.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it actually does, yeah. And then she used to do a lot of people's taxes and stuff too. She was kind of into all that kind of stuff. But she's the one that actually helped my dad write out the grants for the fire department to get new equipment when he was a fire chief. It was a volunteer fire department. They were still using I'm not even kidding you. Their main fire engine was from 1952, and this was back in the 90s. Old
Yeah, they
ass
probably
fire
built them
engine.
better in 1952.
So, well, all the equipment started really having where it was just constantly breaking. So, what they did was she wrote them up some grants, and they ended up getting all kinds of new trucks and everything, and even got a grant to where they could actually pay the volunteer firefighters, I think $10 an hour while they were working, so they could get something to help with gas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They would actually get paid an hourly wage while they were working, even though technically it was a volunteer fire department.
Oops.
I might be shooting a commercial for the local airport pretty soon.
Oh, that's cool. Oh yeah.
Very cool.
My next door but one neighbor.
They don't want anything really fancy. They just want kind of 3 pans and a zoom and.
Are you gonna fly the little mini in there?
Nope.
Like
It
just
would-
capture people just like walking through the terminals and shit like that.
Oh, we're a small airport. We don't have a bunch of people walking through terminals and stuff like that.
No.
I think we have 2 flights a day.
I've been hanging
There is
in
no
there.
terminal. It's just a small little shack.
Feel free to hit me up on Messenger if you want.
If you want to fly somewhere, you hit one of these small places because you don't have to deal with all the crap initially getting into the airport
Well, usually you get good deals too on tickets.
and just get a connector. Yeah, well, sometimes you pay a little extra for going one of these small airports and getting a connection. But you get a connection, you land, you're already in, you don't have to go through all the security. It's not as crowded in the security because you're already within the airport system. So it's a lot more, it sometimes can cost a little more, but it's more relaxing.
Oh, that's pretty crazy, Ed.
I haven't
That's-
actually
that's-
flown
that's
commercially for
nuts,
years.
Man, you know, like how like COVID's still going around, but you don't see a lot of people, like maybe like a couple people here and there, like wearing masks and stuff, and like people riding around in their cars by themselves wearing a mask, or somebody just walking outside by themselves.
Oh,
wearing
those people who crack me up. The ones wearing masks in the car by themselves.
Yeah.
That's because
Yeah.
that was always bullshit.
Yeah.
Or the ones that were wearing masks that cut a hole in it so they could play their instrument in music class.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Or that move the mask to under the chin so they can have a cigarette.
Yeah.
Who was it? France during COVID. I think it was the French government told people to make sure they wear masks during sexual relations. And I was like, you're literally entering each other with bodily fluids. And you're worried about breathing on each other?
Yeah, I always like the restaurants when it was like, put on your mask, walk you to your table. Okay, you can take off your mask.
Mask now and eat.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, so when I'm this high, it's a COVID danger zone. Sit down, safe.
Oh, you know, it was the same way how states were allowing people to go out and protest, but then churches, people couldn't go to church or they couldn't go to the gym, you know?
They only allowed so many people into the church at once, though.
Well, I'm just saying there was a famous pastor who got pretty famous over the whole COVID thing up in Canada, and he got arrested because he was having his weekly gatherings in his church.
Outside in the car park.
But at the same time, there was a bunch of protests going on in the same city with thousands of people gathering, and they didn't care about that.
Nope.
and
It
they
was-
arrested him for it.
I think a lot of it was mainly just to see how much people would put up with.
Mm.
We did about a week in Florida, and then we gave up. We were like, fuck this shit.
That's it. The majority of Florida was on its way out anyway.
We after about a week of lockdowns, everybody was like, told the governor, nope, nope, fuck this, we don't want this. He was like, all right, you guys are good. Do what you want. We had like maybe a week or two of lockdowns, and it wasn't even a true lockdown. We could still go to the parks. We could still go to the store. Like,
Oh yeah, they arrested somebody in
The cop-
California for being out in the ocean doing like a windsurfing or something like that.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that. Yeah, they were getting people from being out on the ocean and they would be on the beach by themselves. There's nobody else there. But yeah, even when we were technically in lockdown for the first couple weeks, the cops didn't enforce it on anybody. If I went to decided to take the kids to the park, they'd just drive by and wave at you. They didn't give a shit. They didn't give you no crap for it. Uh-oh.
Go to the second room and make it worse.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go. She has an interview, so I'll see you guys later.
Later.
All right, bye.
Yeah.
All right, see you later.
Yeah, that didn't sound good. Well, that was the whole thing, Nunya. It was like, why was it okay for 2,000 people to gather and tear up a fucking city, but you wanted to have a birthday party with your family, and it was a big ass problem. There's people that got arrested for throwing birthday parties in their homes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think you couldn't have, if you had a birthday party, you couldn't have more than 5 people here, and they had to be related.
Oh, and that was the thing too, is like, and then there was places that were telling, like, retail stores, you can't sell, certain things like diapers and wipes and toilet paper because that's not essential. But then they were calling liquor stores essential. How the fuck is a liquor store essential?
Well, you had to do something when you couldn't do anything else. And they'd shut all the bars.
Mostly peaceful riots, yeah. I hope you're being smart ass about that, cool cat. Oh, it did in Florida, Nunya. Depending on what states you lived in. There was other states that never did lockdowns either. Matter of fact, I think Tennessee was famous for not doing that too. That was one of the reasons why they started getting a huge influx of people moving there during COVID. Because they were one of the states that never did a lockdown. They never actually locked down at all. They stayed open the entire time. We did it for like 2 or 3 weeks. Then we gave up on it.
We did it for about 2 years.
And then when companies would try to tell you had to wear a mask inside, or they wanted to ask you for your papers, that became illegal in Florida. They weren't allowed to do that either. They couldn't ask you for papers because the government in Florida considered that. They compared that to the Nazis asking the Jews. Well, they compared it to the Nazis asking people for their papers.
Mm-hmm.
They said this bullshit. Like you shouldn't have to be asked for private medical information to go into a store. And that's true, because anything else that has to do with medical, that's all covered by HIPAA. And it's highly illegal to ask anybody personal information about stuff like that.
Yep.
That's why the stores can't do anything about when people put those, this is my seeing eye dog or whatever. They put those vests, they go on Amazon and buy those vests and put them on their dogs. Because legally they're not allowed to ask them. But do you really need that dog? So they can't kick them out of the store because of it.
Mm.
But you can always tell a actual
So, Lance,
medical dog from a regular dog. 100%, you can tell the difference. And when somebody would come in and they would say, medical dog on their vest, and they're jumping all over the place and they're trying to eat shit on the shelves.
Yeah, and sniffing around and
Yeah.
looking at people, and it's like that dog is
Yeah.
not focused on you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
real
that's
medical
not-
dog don't give a shit about nothing going around it besides the person is with,
But you're not allowed to ask.
right?
Yeah, precious.
Or these people that take emotional support animals out in public. I'm like, really? Get the fuck out of here. You can't go to the store without an emotional support pet, and you don't need to be going in public.
Go. So what's
Thanks,
up? What I missed?
Oh no, we were just bullshit.
When Paul's taking a break or he's flying?
No, his heating and air conditioning people showed up.
Oh, that's
We
right.
were bad mouthing you, Joe.
Hey, I woke up at 6 o'clock, got up, stretched, went to the bathroom, got up, came back, laid back down, and said, Echo, wake me up at 7 o'clock. And I rolled over and said, what time is it? I said 9:15.
I was up an hour before you.
Can you believe that? I mean, 6:30. I said, set me alarm for 7 o'clock. Rolled over and said, what time is it? I said 9:15.
The Echo was like, don't argue with me, you looked peaceful. I'll let you sleep.
Oh man, I was too. So my son got in last night, a little after the shift, and stood there and talked to me about it. So he had me up to about 1. I'm gonna kick you.
That was the cable company.
About
Oh,
Oh, it was cable, not your
yeah,
heating?
heating and air conditioning. Supposed to be here maybe this afternoon sometime.
Well, thanks, Michael. No, the flumps were a little bit after my age group.
Well, he got there a day early. He wasn't supposed to be there till Tuesday, huh?
Yeah. He was here right on the spot because I had it marked down as Tuesday.
Did he went
He
over
sorted
it?
it.
Did he program your
Well, he
controller?
changed one of the boxes were bad, and then he reprogrammed a remote and gave me a second. Took one of the remotes because the new box came with another remote, so he programmed another remote out in my family room. So I have one at my location and one up on the high top.
the same kind of remote or a different kind?
Yeah.
No, in Paul's luck, it's probably a newer one that's like all
That's what I was
futuristic
thinking.
and touch screen and
It's VR glasses.
yeah.
Yeah.
Here you go, Paul.
Oh yeah, what do you got?
Oh, look out! That's a Boston cream honey bun.
Honey bun.
Boston cream honey bun. Ooh. Sounds
Who's that made by?
From dollar store brand, tasty cake.
Well, honey
Oh no,
buns are
Tasty
usually
Cake is not
Chinese.
dollar store.
Well, it's dollar store at my place.
Tasty Cake is a very famous brand out of Pennsylvania. Trust me, that is not a dollar store brand.
Well,
Well, he
they don't
actually
have
got it at the
anywhere
dollar
else but the
store.
dollar store buzz.
What'd it cost you, $1?
Bucket of water.
Tasty Cakes, you used to only be able to get them in Pennsylvania. My grandma used to bring cases of that shit back when she'd go visit back to California. But then they branched out and they started selling it all over the country. But no, that's
You
a real
always gotta-
famous.
You always
brand.
got to check the dates though, man, because at the dollar store. And I looked at it and it said May 2nd. I said, there you go.
So that's
Yeah.
how the dollar store got it, because it was short dated.
Well, see, the dollar stores used to buy other big companies' leftover products that they were trying to get rid of. They'd get it cheap and then resell it. That's how they were able to sell it cheaper. But now they go to wholesalers just like Walmart or anybody else now.
Yep.
That's why they don't sell stuff for as cheap as they used to, because they actually
Yeah.
buy straight from wholesalers like Walmart does.
Hey, Nunya, thank you for covering for me earlier. The Jonathan Tasty Cake has fallen off, Justin. Tasty Cake has fallen off.
I don't know. I like tasty cakes.
They
We
still
can
are-
only get honey buns from Chinese bakeries here.
Well, I can tell you what, it's a tasty cake.
Well, I mean, like I said, they used to be centralized the Pennsylvania area, and then they started branching out about 7 or 8 years ago, I think. And then you started seeing them pop up in like Walmarts and dollar stores and all that. Oh,
this
moon
will do
pies
mo-
are disgusting.
Yeah, they got all kind of moon pies at the dollar store. God darn it.
It's not that they're gross, it's just too much fucking marshmallow. The ratio is off. Now they do have these moon pies that Sarah bought one time, and they were like little mini ones, and it was just a thin layer of marshmallow, between the graham cracker, and it was a good ratio, so it didn't taste bad. But I can't eat a fucking moon pie that's got that much damn marshmallow in it. It's just too much.
I saw one yesterday, Oreo brand, that I looked at it and I saw it looked like a moon pie, and I looked down at it and it said Oreo, and I looked at it again, and it was a chocolate one and a vanilla one, and it was an Oreo brand, and it was like a moon pie.
Huh. Probably just marshmallow with like Oreo, crushed up in it or something.
Well, I tell you what, with the thin one, 'cause it looked just like it.
Well, I don't think we can get anything that's called a moon pie here.
No, Cool Cat said they're called wagon wheels.
Yeah, we get wagon wheels, which is like biscuit with a marshmallow and jam filling,
No, that's nothing like a.
completely coated in chocolate.
Yeah, that's the moon pies is just marshmallow, graham cracker, and chocolate. It's not.
Yeah, if you get stuck with that sounds like you should just drive off a bridge.
So for you, a moon pie is more like a s'more.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sort of.
But it's just not melted.
I haven't had a moon pie since I was a kid. But I grew out of eating so much sugar. In my mid-20s, I guess. Because in my mid-20s, I was still buying a box of Twinkies and eating all of them at once.
Kind of like
This
me
is my-
buying a half dozen of those
Boston creams.
Boston creams from.
Oh, you've got to eat them all.
Yeah, it's just
in
like
one
that,
go
except I
because
stopped when
they
I was
go
in my
stale
20s.
quick, don't they?
But yeah, I'd have my lunch break. I'd go up to the little grocery store across the parking lot when I worked at Pizza Hut. I'd run up to the grocery store, grab a box of Twinkies and a half gallon of milk, and that was my lunch. It makes me sick just to think about it now.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I
I've
put it this
always
way.
said-
This is the first donut type thing I've eaten probably in about 6 weeks. And at this point right now, I'm starting to feel it.
Yeah, the sugar will get you, won't it? And your nerves you just start feeling like you're twitching, and it's poison. Poison, I tell you.
Well, I've always said
When
Paul
you're
eats like.
diabetic, yeah.
Well, I've always said Paul eats like a college student, so
Yeah.
on a budget.
So,
What do
Paul,
you
I
mean on a
wasn't here to,
budget? Custom creams aren't cheap.
What's
Well,
that,
they're not.
Joe?
I wasn't here this morning because I got up at 6, went to the bathroom, Came back, looked at the clock. It was 6:15, and I laid down again. I said, Alexa, I said, Echo, wake me up at 7 o'clock. And I rolled over and I said, Echo, what time is it? They said 9:15.
It may have gone off and you just were in such a deep sleep you didn't hear it.
I have no idea.
Your body was just like, fuck that, we're not getting up right now.
I probably told it to stop.
A little bit different to me. When I asked Echo what time it was 20 to 12.
Well, I mean, you must have been tired. You don't remember, yelling at the Echo with a fit of rage. Shut the fuck up.
Usually at that point, I'll say, bitch, listen.
Yeah, you keep talking shit to those AI boxes, and one day it's going to empty your damn accounts.
Gonna be an AI revolt.
Yeah, he's gonna wake up, find all his accounts drained.
Well, the one thing I'm nervous about is that I got the fan, the Christmas tree, the printer hooked up.
Ooh,
that's the
nice.
3 things hooked up to it. And like yesterday, I said, turn off the printer. And then it says, Captain Joe. It said, Captain Joe, I can turn off the lights for you if you want me to. Now, it doesn't have lights hooked up. So we got a problem here.
Oh. I just now noticed, I don't read the chat, but Sarah's done with her echocardiogram.
Yeah, that was the last test she was waiting on.
Did her echo today?
Yeah.
Did they just go up to her and Ricola? Okay, got an echo.
That's funny. The question is, they might have to go back and do it a second time if she didn't smile.
Well, I know
Well, y'all didn't get that. That's a photography joke. Come on.
Well, if anybody should have got that, it should have been Donald and Lance.
Lance should have got that one.
Yeah, Nunya's right. He says the AI is either going to fix us or fail us.
I completely missed the joke I was reading. Sorry, I was reading back in the chat and I wasn't listening.
I said they may have to go back because if she didn't smile. Because they're doing pictures of it.
Sarah likes
do
the
that to
Moon
them all the
Pie
time.
minis, Justin. I didn't know that.
Yeah, those are the ones I said are a little bit better because they're better ratio of marshmallow to graham cracker.
Oreo cakester, she calls them.
No, she's saying what Joe was talking about.
Oh.
Oreo cakesters is what they're called.
Yeah, that's what it's called. The joke works better when they're doing the X-ray. X-ray is better.
Yeah,
Get the
Jonathan,
X-ray
she's
tech.
still in the hospital, Jonathan. Justin had kid duty this morning, get the kids ready for school and get them breakfast. And
Oh, that must have sucked having to be a dad.
Oh, bite me.
There she comes.
Smile.
I mean, you had to actually be like a father? That's horrible. Oh my goodness. Justin, are you okay? Who cares about Sarah? We're concerned about you.
Good morning, Sarah.
It must have been so hard on you, Justin.
Donald's giving Justin a hard time for having to be a dad today.
You go, Donald.
You go, Donald.
Don't encourage him.
Okay, listen. I think it was Cool Cat that was asked if I was okay.
Yeah. Well, they
Okay.
kind of all are asking you that. So.
Well, the diagnosis is an enlarged thyroid, which is causing all of my shortness of breath and whatnot. So I'm on medication for that. I'm on medication for my heart. My blood pressure was sky high when I got here, 190 over 101. It's in normal limits now, and I just got back from having an echo to make sure that my heart is okay. But other than that, I'm ready to get home and get out of here.
So what's the prognosis? Do they think that with the medication, Sarah, that they're going to be able to handle your issue with your thyroid, or is there the next step surgery?
I have to see an endocrinologist, and that will be the next course of action.
Okay.
I think they'll decide whether that's like the next thing to do or not.
Yeah. If they take it out, I'll be on a pill the rest of my life.
That sucks.
Little purple pill.
Yeah, take it once
Listen.
every day.
But
I'm just ready. I'm ready to get out of here.
even if it sucks, it doesn't suck as bad as the alternative.
Yes, at least because everybody would be mad if I died.
You know, Sarah, everybody on the panel was concerned about you, except for Justin. He's
Right.
like, I wonder how this is going to affect my gaming channel.
For fuck's sake.
Sounds about
Well,
right.
heard
Oh,
it.
God. Oh, whatever.
Just kidding. Just kidding. No,
Yeah,
he's been great. He did
Well,
all the
you know-
laundry yesterday, took care of the kids.
He
Got
was
them up
not,
this
he was
morning.
talking about bringing a pizza up there and eating the pizza.
And that would be the last time he does that. He will never eat a pizza again.
He was doing all
Because
that
I-
while
He did it
streaming
that
on his Beam channel.
Yeah.
I am on a cardiac diet, so I can only eat 45 grams worth of food. And it is not fun. I can't even have
Yes.
rice. Rice is 57 grams.
Yeah, they had the little numbers next to it with the grams on all the foods, and just to get a bowl of rice was 57. You
Yeah.
couldn't even get
Dang.
one bowl of rice.
Can you get 1 grain of rice?
I can't
I
get any
changed
rice.
I
hospital.
sure am hungry.
Let's see.
She didn't like the
Hey.
fish they gave her
Hot
either.
dog
The fish
sausages
was
have
awful.
got no fat in them.
Let's see. Multi-grain toast or bread is 44 grams. I couldn't even get anything on it.
Just toast, plain toast.
Yep.
Because they
And no bread.
factor in everything, the condiments, all that.
Yeah. Sugar-free syrup is no grams. But if I wanted regular syrup for my whole wheat French toast, it would have been 27 grams. So,
Sugar-free syrup is ugh.
wow.
I'd get a different hospital.
Joe's like, I'd ask for a second opinion just because
Listen,
My
this is the
hospital here-
hospital. This is the
My
hospital I
hospital
work
here, I was
for,
getting-
so
I know they
was
say
getting
that
meatloaf, baked chicken, everything.
your
I had a
diet
meatloaf
is a
last night.
habit.
It was like a brick.
Yeah, but it depends on what you're in there for. Like, what
No,
they
mine's
are.
always hot. Mine's always hot. And they tell me, hey, you gotta have the hot, healthy menu, and they give me a special menu. And it's got everything you can think of on it.
Mm-hmm.
I can get toast with jelly. Yeah.
It must be nice for you. Uh-oh.
They must be doing that to keep me there. They'll get me to come back.
Well, you can eat as many hot dog sausages as you want because they don't have. Apparently.
Yep.
What?
She was supposed to have a
bread.
Did you see Sarah? He said, yeah, she's gonna spend another night tonight, and he sounded real concerned about it. And then he clicked his camera off, and he thought he clicked his mic off, and he was hollering, "Yay!" in the background.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, I want
That
Sarah
all.
to come home.
Yeah, because he's tired of this dad stuff.
Oh, whatever.
Hey, he
Was
did
he
all
the-
the
was
laundry
he the-
yesterday.
Was he the dad that would go see your mom when the kid had a dirty diaper? Hey,
No.
go hug your
No,
mom.
because
No, actually, I changed a lot of the kids' diapers when I was real little.
Oh, that's good.
no, because what makes me mad is when you walk into our room, the first person you see is Justin. The next person is me around the corner. But the kids will directly walk past him and come to me
Uh-huh.
every time.
To ask you,
Yes.
because they're tired of getting the go ask your mom. Like, all right, might as well skip the middleman.
That's it. Middleman.
No,
Definitely.
he's a good dad.
Well,
He did all the
your
laundry
one-
yesterday.
Your one daughter thinks that the sun rises and falls on him.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Aubrey, that's my baby.
Yep.
She's real close with Sarah too, though.
Yep. But if you ask her who her favorite parent is, she'll tell you that it's Justin. And I've come to terms with that. I'm okay with that.
She did. She told her that twice.
Yep.
Pulled out in the car with her and her mom.
Yep.
So who's your favorites, Daddy?
Yep. But if we were to ever get divorced, they would come with me.
No,
Well,
But
is
that
there
never
any
happened.
plans there, Sarah?
That's
No.
no,
That's
Sarah.
more money than him.
Well, I would imagine the divorce would happen, Justin, if you show up eating pizza.
I'll have to go check in at the ER.
I was about to say, it might not be a divorce, but it might be a hospital visit.
What are you talking
You
about? I
can go
did
right
make him
across the hall.
breakfast yesterday and the day before, Jonathan.
Yeah, burritos and taco.
Well, does it look, Sarah, like
There's nothing wrong with that.
You think you're going to get freedom today, or?
I sure as hell hope so.
As they dragged their feet about doing that damn test, they ordered it yesterday.
I just want to go home and shower in my shower and go and get in my bed.
Hospital beds suck.
But in order to come back to work, I have to come back to the hospital to go to employee health to be cleared to go back to work.
Yeah.
Which it
And I
shouldn't be an issue though, because you didn't have any surgery or anything. So
No.
you should, now if you had surgery, that'd be a whole different thing if they would have had to cut that out. But
And I didn't have a roommate up until last night, and I had the air cranked on as cold as it could be. And now, because she was around since dinosaurs roamed the earth, she had to turn the air off because she was cold.
that's
I
just one of
got-
those ones that leaves their thermostat on 80.
Well, I would think since you work for the hospital, you'd be in a private room, Sarah.
I wish.
In a hospital.
Uh,
I wish.
what do you leave your thermostat on, Joe? In the summertime?
But in the summertime, it's 72.
That's hot.
not bad. How you?
Ours stays
Well,
on
it's not-
70 year
Not,
round.
not in this place.
You having
This
a
place,
set at
it's
70?
it's cold.
Yep.
Yeah, and the usually the air conditioner's running in the window too. It's fucking freezing in there.
I want it to be hotel room cold.
That's what mine's like right now. It's hotel room cold. I can
That's
feel
what
it.
my room was like, but then she came along last night and had to turn it off.
Wow.
Well,
That's
her
what-
bed was right next to the air conditioning unit too. Should have asked her to switch sides with you.
They have warm blankets here. They could have given her warm blankets.
That's what I like about our hospitals. All ones in my area on the North Shore right here are individual rooms, and the cardiac rooms are like freaking hotel rooms, bigger. They're huge. They've almost got like a dining room in them. So I go to the hospital and I'm away from the dogs,
Well-
away from the kids. I'm good.
And the way they design hospital rooms too, is kind of shitty because if you're on the one side, you almost have to break the other person's privacy just to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just the way they design them are stupid. Like if
See, I wanna-
anything, it should be split, and then the bathroom should be like right in the middle instead of on one person's side.
Yep.
If I ever go back and get a double room, I want my patient to be like the patient that was George's mom's patient when she was in the hospital.
Or you do like Paul did, half-ass hanging out of his gown, goes down 2 floors to steal a chair out of another room.
Yeah.
He did.
That's something you gotta give.
He couldn't sleep in the hospital bed, so he goes down, ass hanging out of his hospital gown, goes down 2 floors, steals in the recliner out of one room, pushes it all the way upstairs
Yep.
into his bedroom, into his room.
So I could sleep.
That's funny.
So I'm on the cardiac floor.
Uh,
One of them. There's 2 of them. And somebody kept coding last night. And finally they went into cardiac arrest this morning. But he
That
coded
sucks.
like 4 times, yeah.
no, it's so
Now,
hard to sleep in the hospital.
Joe, if you were in the hospital and you had a roommate that looked like the George's mom's roommate from Seinfeld, you might get that, but it would be a trans.
I doubt it.
I'm just telling you, I am the devil, and that's the bargain I'm going to strike.
No, it ain't happening. Not gonna happen. I can tell you, I want no surprises.
What?
You'll
Father
be
D
there
came and I got
looking at that
communion.
silhouette,
tonight.
just like,
Oh,
looking
you
up,
did?
it'll be flung.
Yeah. He came at like 9 o'clock, and he gave me communion.
Oh.
Yep, the
So
priest
you've
came
been
today.
given your last rites and communion
That's
already?
right. Yeah.
Yep. I had wine before I had breakfast.
She's like, she's
How
like, I'm
many grams?
perfectly fine as he's shoving the pill on her face. Shh, just go to the light. Go to the light.
I didn't count the
About
grams
wine.
of the wine
How
either.
many of the wine and the wafer?
Wine and the wafer.
The
Was it
wafer
all
was
healthy?
stale, but the wine is so good.
Yeah, they do this like, what'd you say that they do some kind of mixture with it or something? It's a couple different
Yeah,
wines.
so it's a red wine. So they mix it with Manischewitz and some kind of 2 different kinds of ports and a little bit of
that's
holy water
Sacramento wine.
sprinkled in there. Well, let me tell you what, if he would bottle it and sell it, I'd buy it all the time.
Well, he
And all
doesn't
the
buy.
kids-
He makes that.
Yeah, they get a
Yeah.
whole, but they just tell me the recipe.
Yeah,
I'd be
'cause
fine with that.
there is a wine bottle for the Catholic Church. It's called Sacramento wine, and it's a mixture like that. So that might be what he's talking about.
I'm not
But
sure,
it is bottled.
I know that
Right.
all the children in the church, they like it too. Aubrey loves it.
Yeah, when I was in at Paris Island Station there, we had I was a Eucharistic minister for a long time, and we had one of the priests, young Kelly, Father Kelly. He could not stand Sacramento wine, and we would during Easter time we were doing some Friday nights at houses, and we were out with about 40 people, and he was doing communion, and he looked at me and said, "You gonna help?" I said, "Sure." So I walked over. He gets everything together, takes the chalice, fills it up, almost full of wine. I mean, almost to the top. And we pass it around and everything. It comes back to him, and he takes it because he's supposed to finish it. He takes it.
Yep.
He takes a sip and he hands it to me. And I saw how much was in there, and I didn't think he was going to do that. But he just took a sip and handed it to me. And I've got about maybe 6 ounces of wine in there, maybe 7 ounces. I just looked at him, and I gave him the eye, and he smiled, because he already knew he wasn't going to drink it. So I drank it. By the end of the mass, I had a buzz going.
My nana used to be a lay Eucharistic minister, and I was an acolyte for a long time. But the priest was a recovering alcoholic, so when he'd get to the end of the congregation and there was still wine, he would pass the chalice over to my nana, and she would have to drink it.
Right.
So
But
Sarah always had a laugh at this Family Guy clip right here.
Peter, come on, get dressed. We're late for church.
I don't want to go to church. I always feel like that priest has it in for me.
Body of Christ. Body of
Body of
Christ.
Christ.
Butt of Christ.
Butt of Christ.
Butt of Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Butt of Christ. I'm gonna tell that to my brother. My brother's a devout Catholic. I'm saying this when you go to get communion, see a body of Christ and butt of Christ. See you.
Okay, so if anybody didn't think I was faking, here you go.
There you are.
Yeah, you need a new hospital.
The most expensive vacation I'll have. Yeah.
Now your insurance covers all that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it covers everything.
Yep.
The only thing I didn't like about the hospital stay I had was the nurses had to wipe my butt all the time.
I'm able to do that myself.
I'm glad I'm finished eating.
The one thing that I don't like is when they come in here to check your vitals or whatever, they gotta turn the damn light on, and it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Like you
Yep.
could have told me to cover
Yeah.
my eyes with something.
See, I insisted that they wipe my butt. And they're like, sir, this is a dentist office.
You know, they used to come and wipe my butt, and then they'd wash my butt. Then
This
they'd wipe
chair reclines like this
Oh,
for a
Lord,
reason.
get
Get
a
down
bidet.
there and clean.
Oh, jeez.
Too much information, Paul.
Well, and then the worst part was is they put me on a commode, you know, a bedpan down in emergency and left me on the damn thing for a day, and so I got this tattoo of a commode on my butt. In fact, when
Oh.
the nurses found it, they go, "Oh my."
Paul said these sponge baths are nothing like Pornhub told me they were. It's
That's
bullshit.
it.
Oh my god! Really? Really?
Well, I
Showing
had one
yourself.
nurse come in and she says, "I'm here for a sponge bath." She says, "Oh my, I'm gonna have to get a bigger sponge."
King David Sacramento wine.
That's what it's
That
called,
might be-
King David
Well,
Sacramento.
King David Sacramento, that's one of them.
Ours is a mixture of a bunch of different wines.
I think ours was mostly Madeira.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
what
but
they
he
do, I
won't-
think,
I'm
Oh, go ahead.
sure it's the Manischewitz, the
Yeah, but he wouldn't
kosher
tell
wine.
you. He wouldn't tell you all the mixtures he was using, right?
No,
She's
it
tried
wasn't
that.
him. It was the one. It was the one before him. He wouldn't
Yeah,
tell
but
us.
she tried to get him to tell her for the longest time what he was mixing in it, and he
You
wouldn't
dummy.
tell anybody. It was like they were keeping it secret.
Now the Southern Baptist, and the Methodist, they use grape juice.
grape juice.
That's what the church used to use back when I went to church when I was a kid.
You get them in the
There's just-
little tiny communion shot cups.
Yeah, and there was a real fancy silver platter tray thing they would
Yep.
pass out. They have
Yep.
little mini cups in it.
Elderberry wine. Donald
Yep.
will remember that song.
Elderberry wine.
Who
used to
sang
drink Boone's
Elderberry
Farm.
wine? It was on the flip side of his hit. Elton John.
Wow. In college, I went to a Baptist college, and it was the whole county was a dry county, so you couldn't buy liquor or anything. And we'd go to the next town over in the next county to go buy our cheap Boone's Farm wine.
Here you go, Sarah. Got a cup for you. It's a little wine chalice type thing, the little,
Uh-huh.
with the top on it, the little wine thing. One like this. Let me find it. Watch out. Something like this.
Crocodile Rock was the
Yeah.
hit. Elderberry wine was the flip side. That was also as good.
And it's got written on there, "Shut up and bring me some Sacramento bread."
So our son
Uh,
Thomas asked me one time for his birthday to get him some communion wafers. So I looked on Amazon, and you can get them in like
Yep.
a box of 500 for like $20.
Yeah, we used to sell them at Simple Goodness.
They're a little bit like ice cream wafers.
What is an ice cream wafer?
Hey,
Like an ice cream cone, I think he's.
Oh,
well,
okay.
it's the same stuff as an ice cream cone, but it's flat and rectangular.
Ah.
But it's
Okay,
made of the
gentlemen, my
same
nurse is
thing.
here. I gotta go.
Okay, Sarah. Good luck.
All right, bye.
What the heck's all that?
Yeah, but Justin, try if you go look locally, see if you got like a Total Wine or something like this.
We do.
See if they got a Sacramento wine, because I'm telling you, the wine that he might mix some special stuff. Sacramento wine by itself is a red, sweet, got a real good taste to it.
He might do the exact same recipe. He just does it himself, you know.
Yeah, because the rest of the story was after he drank everything, because this was military base, right? The chief petty officer that ran the religious side, I can't remember what they called it. I can't remember what they called it. The clergy department was basically. I told him, I said, Man, that wine gave me a buzz like that afterwards, right? He sort of laughed. He said, "Yeah, it does." Then I said, "Yeah, I like the way it tastes." I said, "But I wish I could find out where to get it." He walks to the back, comes back, and hands me a bottle.
Nice.
So he gave me a bottle of it. I can't remember what the brand name was on it, but he says, "Yeah, we got cases and cases and cases of this. They send it to us every month, whether we use them or not. It's automatic." So I had Sacramento wine at home. He told me, he said, "I'll give you one because you're Eucharistic minister, just in case y'all want to do something." I said, "Well, shoot, if I'd known that, I'd have been getting my wine from you every week."
Most of our sacramental wine is made by the monks and nuns and then distributed to the churches.
No, Tyson's gonna be excited for Sarah to get home.
My son got home last night about 40 minutes late. Went to the bathroom, came back. Turned on my light, started talking to me. And he was telling me that the girlfriend texted him and they talked for a little bit. So he don't know what's happening with that. But then he pulled over a guy about 20 minutes to 12 last night. And he was running the backgrounds and everything else with everybody. And he didn't want to stay too late with the guy in case, but he was hoping the guy wasn't going to have any warrants. And went through everything and waited and waited. And the guy was bragging about how he had been sober for 10 years and all of this. And he said it was just aggravating him. He's waiting and everything's coming back clean, but New Orleans hadn't come back yet. So they finally 10:22 to let him go. About 35 minutes later, they let him go because it was taking so long for New Orleans to come back. They let him go, and then they come back and they said, cancel at 10:22, Covington 23. And he goes, he asked him, he said, repeat, and he said, yeah, subject has three warrants out of Jefferson Parish, three out of Jefferson, out of New Orleans, 2 out of Jefferson, full extradition. Like this. 3 of them were felonies. He said he went after this guy looking for him, couldn't find him. And he said he was mad because he had the guy with 5 arrest warrants. He said he had to let him go because they took 40 minutes to get this report back from New Orleans.
Yeah,
And,
you can only hold so long for.
Yeah, he
becomes a
could have held
problem.
him. He could have held him another hour, half an hour, but he said he wanted to come home because he was getting off.
Well,
So-
like I said, oh, go ahead.
But he told Hess, he said he got him so mad that he missed his arrest, right? And Hess said, yeah, he said we're not going to tell anybody on other shifts. He said because when you come back on in a couple of days, you know where he lives. Go look for him. So he's gonna get him in the next couple of days. The guy's just got a couple extra days freedom. That's all it is. He said, I'll go get him the way he works. I know where he works. You know? But that's Justin. He's like that. He said he wants to arrest. Loki, you're a happy man, huh? So Loki brings the ball over to me, and he's scratching me for me to take the ball. As soon as I go over to get the ball, he drops the ball, turns his ass around for me to scratch his ass. He said, scratch my ass, he's hopping around. You're a happy man. Give me that ball. Takes the ball when I go to get it, runs over and jumps on the sofa and turns around, looks at me like, I got it. Yeah, he's a happy dog since he lives here, and I'm glad because he had a tough time before. Well, my military son up in Alaska, I talked to him for about 47 minutes the other night. His wife flew up there yesterday, so his wife's up there now with him for a couple of weeks. So she gets to experience Alaska with him. Then she goes back, and then he's got about another 2 weeks and he's back. Nice to go on vacation on the government, you know.
Alexis looked like a stormtrooper on Bill's show last night. She spent the whole show wearing her VR glasses.
Yeah, I saw that.
Because she's going to have a cataract done and she can't see anything properly.
So what happened to Paul? Why did he drop off?
Probably his heating and air people.
Yeah.
Maybe. Because he had 2 different people show up today. He thought it was them earlier, but it was the cable people. They weren't supposed to be there till tomorrow.
Yeah, he said heating and air was going to be this afternoon, though.
I don't know.
The
cable people weren't even supposed to be here till tomorrow.
Oh yeah, they were Tuesday, weren't they?
Yeah, and then they ended up showing up today.
Okay, Lance dropped off. What might not have been Paul. I was thinking dropped off completely.
Is Lance back at school now?
Yeah. He's probably got school started. Well, you see, I got that Avada sitting on eBay, and it's got 1 day, 10 hours left, right? There's a few views on it, not a lot, but I got one guy watching it. So that one guy watching it is the guy that's gonna scare me, because I wanted to go higher than the price. And if nobody else comes in at the last minute and starts watching it, it means he's trying to steal it at that price, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
Which
what they
is still $1,000, you know, but it's not the point.
But the thing is, too, sometimes you can have people that don't click that they're watching it because they don't want people to know.
Yeah.
They'll just go back and keep looking at it. They won't actually put it in their favorites or whatever where it actually registers that.
Yeah.
So there may be other people watching it. They're just not doing that because they don't want you to know they're watching it. They like to come in at the last minute and try to snipe it.
Did you put a reserve on it? Because that way it doesn't matter. Waits till the last minute. Won't get it if you.
I'm actually good at 1,000 for it. But I would rather go up to about 1,100. That way I get 1,000 back, you know, instead of 9 something or 8 something.
Yeah.
As long as it's enough for you to be able to ship that printer to me, you'd be all right.
And what's where David is today?
All right.
I'll be right back.
Found all my battery packs finally.
I think
Got them all charged up.
David's printer going back.
I have no idea.
That was why he was trying to print so many stuff and use up the filament he's got.
All right, well, I'm gonna jump off here. I'm gonna head up to the hospital.
Well, dang it.
Take 3 steps.
Do what?
Is she coming home today?
Should be, yeah. No. They said they just wanted to do that echo on her. As long as nothing crazy comes back on that, she should be okay. I'll still go up there and visit her for a little bit.
Well, no going to McDonald's on the way home this.
Ugh.
And Meals on Wheels came.
Oh, a hamburger.
Yeah, no, it's a fish burger.
What else was that came with it? Peas and what else?
Peas, and it's got tater tot type of thing, and I put ketchup on it.
Yeah, peas don't really go with the rest of that.
Yeah, they do. Some peas. Yeah.
No, if you went to the restaurant and got a fish sandwich, they wouldn't give you peas with it. They give you French fries.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if you go to whatever. Yeah.
I mean, it's not a bad mixture by any means, but it's just not something you would generally make if you were making it yourself. I wouldn't make peas with it.
Ogden Nash wrote a really good poem about peas. He said, I eat my peas with honey. I've done it all my life. It makes the peas taste funny, but it keeps them on the knife.
All right, I'll catch y'all later. I'm heading up there. So.
Okay, everybody, I think we're going to shut it down.
All right, I'll see y'all later.
Okay,
All right.
everybody, take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.